The reason petting your cat generates static electricity. Greetings, everyone. Today's video focuses on the groundbreaking work of scientists from Northwestern University who have revealed the underlying mechanics of static electricity produced by the act of petting cats. Their research demonstrates that as objects slide against one another, they generate different electrical charges due to varying forces, resulting in a small current and a mild zap. This study expands upon earlier discoveries regarding friction-induced static electricity, which can be traced back to ancient Greece. The new model introduced, grounded in the idea of elastic shear, clarifies how sliding and shear forces facilitate the movement of electrical charges. Gaining insight into these mechanisms may help tackle challenges associated with static electricity across multiple sectors, including industrial safety and pharmaceuticals. Now let's dive into our discussion. Researchers at Northwestern University have recently revealed the underlying mechanisms involved. Researchers discovered that when an object slides, the forces acting on its front and back sections differ. This variation in forces results in the accumulation of distinct electrical charges on the object's front and back. Consequently, the disparity in electrical charges generates a current, which produces a brief zap of light. The research was released yesterday, September 17th, in the journal Nanoletters. For the first time, we can clarify a mystery that has stumped others, the significance of rubbing, stated Lawrence Marks from Northwestern, who spearheaded the research. Many have attempted to provide explanations, yet they struggle to account for experimental outcomes without relying on assumptions that lacked justification. We are now able to do so, and the solution is surprisingly straightforward. When something slides, having varying deformations and consequently different charges at its front and back, generates current. Marks, a professor emeritus of materials science and engineering at Northwestern's McCormick School of Engineering, is an expert in surface structures. The first author of the paper is Carl Olson, a PhD student from Marks's research group. The phenomenon of friction-induced static electricity was first documented by the Greek philosopher Thales of Miletus around 600 BC. He observed that after rubbing amber with fur, the fur had the ability to attract dust. Marks stated, "It has since become evident that static charging is induced by rubbing in all insulators, not limited to just fur. Yet this marks the point where scientific agreement largely concludes." In 2019, Marks and his team began to decode the mystery. They published a study in Physical Review Letters revealing that when two materials are rubbed together, tiny protrusions on their surfaces become bent. The researchers discovered that these deformed protrusions generate voltages. In 2019, we recognized the initial signs of what was unfolding. Yet, like any seed, it required time to mature, Marks stated. Now it has flourished. We created a novel model that computes electrical current, and the current values across various scenarios aligned well with experimental findings. At the core of the new model is a concept referred to as elastic shear. This phenomenon arises when a material opposes a sliding force. For instance, when someone pushes a plate along a table, the plate experiences resistance to sliding. Once the pushing ceases, the plate halts its movement. This increased friction, resulting from the sliding resistance, leads to the movement of electrical charges. Marks stated that sliding and shear are closely related. While static electricity can result in amusing incidents, such as hair standing upright after sliding down a playground slide, it can also result in significant dangers. For instance, static electricity sparks can trigger industrial fires and even explosions. Additionally, it can disrupt the accurate dosing of powdered medications. By gaining a deeper insight into the underlying mechanisms, researchers may be able to develop innovative solutions to address these challenges. Life is influenced by static electricity in both subtle and significant manners, Marks stated. The way coffee beans are ground and their resulting flavor is greatly impacted by the charging of grains with static electricity. Without a crucial process involving the clumping of particles that lead to planet formation, which is driven by the static electricity from colliding grains, Earth might not even exist. It's astonishing to realize the extent to which static electricity permeates our lives and the degree to which the universe relies on it. The research titled What Puts the Tribo in Triboelectricity received backing from Northwestern Engineering. To support our channel's growth and ensure broader awareness, kindly hit the like, share and subscribe buttons. This will help us reach more individuals and disseminate valuable information. Thank you in advance.